what Jesus is saying, that the period before the final days, what is that? The coming of Christ in glory to judge the living and the dead. That is the final end, the eschaton. Okay, are we there yet? Well, let's see what this preliminary period is that Jesus is telling us. He's saying there will be a period of wars, of prolific wars, of many, many wars. Are we in that period now where there are many wars? Or is this a time to come that hasn't come yet? Well, brothers and sisters, holy fathers, certainly this is a time of war. You don't need a PhD from Harvard to work out that the last 100 years has been the most brutal, the most warlike, the most devastating era in all of humanity when it comes to men killing each other. There has never been a worse period than the last 100 years, and it hasn't stopped. And why is that? Well, because now we have aeroplanes, now we have guns, now we have bullets, now we have tanks, now we have jet planes, now we have atomic bombs, now we have hydrogen bombs, now we have stealth bombers, now we have destroyers, now we have armed cars, we have whatever you want to kill each other, we've got it. Whereas 200 years ago, 300 years ago, 400 years ago, wars were fought with horses, with swords, with arrows. The amount of damage was serious, but nothing compared to cannons, compared to hydrogen bombs and atomic bombs. Just the one bomb over Hiroshima in 1945, the other one in Nagasaki. One bomb in 1 second killed 150,000 people. In 1 second. Immediately. And it leveled Nagasaki to the ground. In 1 split second. Now, we are now, because of our scientific development, we are in a position to destroy this planet 10 times over. If for any reason America and China go to war, or Russia, the Russian Federation and America go to war, who's going to win? The atomic arsenal that these nations have, they will destroy everything. Everything will be destroyed. Are we in the age of wars? Absolutely. Absolutely. We living in Africa here, look, just the list of the wars, let alone World War I, let alone World War II, let alone the wars in Afghanistan, in Vietnam, in Korea, in Somalia, I've mentioned Afghanistan. Here in Africa, we have wars in Somalia, wars in Congo, wars in Nigeria, wars in Sierra Leone, the civil war of Sierra Leone. There are wars Ethiopia had a war. There are wars everywhere, all corners of the world. All corners of the world we have wars. No problem. That we guarantee you. So, given that hundreds of millions of people in the last 100 years, just last 100 years, well over 150 million people have died from wars. That's never happened before. Never, never, never happened before. So, are we in the age of wars? Absolutely. This is the age of wars. Yes, sir.
See that you are not troubled. All these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
This is important. Again, I repeat, it is Jesus. It's not Fr Themi, it's not Father Athanasius. It's Jesus. And Jesus is telling you, yes, this is the age of war, but the end is not yet here. What does the end mean? I repeat, Jesus will come back again. That's the end. Are we near the end? No. How do I know? I don't know. That Jesus tells us. Jesus tells us. So I accept. Yes, sir.
For nations will rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom.
And we have seen this very clearly over the last 100 years. Nation against nation. Oh, everywhere. Ideology against capitalism versus communism. Fascism versus democracy. This ism versus the other ism. And we also have now also this Islamic fundamentalist unrest. Every ism, fighting for this ism and that ism and this ism, killing people in the name of some ism. You see, nation against nation. And even nation between nation, inside, internally, killing each other. Civil wars all over the place. Still in Somalia there is a war, still to this day. In Sudan to this day we have wars between themselves. Look what happened in Afghanistan. So the issue is clearly that this prophecy fits very well our modern time. Yes, sir.